Who was Jesus' first disciple? They named him here in Matthew 10. The name of the first Simon, who was called Peter, Andrew, brother of James, son of Zebedee. All right, name's Peter there, right? See, this is a contradiction. All right, we're going to read it right here. We're going to start at verse 35. Let's see if I can hold the phone here. All right. And again the next day after John stood and two of his disciples. All right, so John the Baptist standing there, two of his disciples. All right. Get it centered. And looking upon Jesus as he walked, he saith, Behold, the Lamb of God. And the two disciples heard him speak, and they followed Jesus. Then Jesus turned and saw them following him, and saith unto them, What seek ye? They said unto him, Rabbi, which is to say, been interpreted, master, teacher, preacher. Where dwellest thou? He saith, Come and see. They came and saw where he dwelt, and abode with him that day, for it was about the 10th hour. And one of the two which heard John the Baptist speak, and followed him, was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother. All right, so one of the two was Peter's brother. He first findeth his own brother Simon, and saith unto him, We have found the Messiah, which has been interpreted as the Christ. And he brought him to Jesus. And when Jesus beheld him, he said, Thou art Simon, the son of Jonah. Thou shalt be called Cephas, which is by interpretation a stone. The day following, Jesus would go forth into Galilee, and find Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me. Now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Peter was the third one. Andrew was the second one. Philip was the third one. Philip findeth Nathanael. Nathanael's the fourth one. All right, well, Peter's the third one. And there was two with John the Baptist. But yet Andrew was the second one. And we go over here, we see Peter announced as the first one. This would be in Matthew 3. We go here. There's John the Baptist. There's the baptism. Here Jesus is tempted by the devil. All right. John the Baptist into prison. Okay. Matthew 4:18. And Jesus walking by the Sea of Galilee saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. And going on from thence, he saw two other brethren, James and the son of Zebedee. James, the son of Zebedee, and his brother in a ship with Zebedee their father, mending their nets. And he called them. And they immediately left the ship, and their father followed him. All right, so it talks Peter and Andrew first, and then James and John. That's a contradiction. But if you'll go on down, wait. Let me copy and paste. Copy. Matthew 9:13. Matthew 9. All right, now in Matthew 9, and Jesus passed forth from thence, and saw a man named Matthew sitting at the receipt of custom. And he saith unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans? So, did you notice that? If you go on through, Jesus don't call any more apostles. So Matthew must have been his last one. See, Matthew was given the account as he knew it. You know, he was the last one. He wasn't sure who was first, because we saw in 4, he said, where was it? We see Andrew and Peter being the first. But remember, Andrew was with another apostle, then went and got Peter. So Andrew was second. Yes, one of the first. He was one of the two. Peter. And, you know, we don't hear nowhere he's calling John. Who do you think was the second one with Andrew? The contradiction in the Bible is not a contradiction. It's just Matthew orating the words for them to write from his recollections, what he remembers. He just knows he was not the first. And he knows how they were. He named them in Matthew 10. He told his testimony. John fixes that testimony. It ain't a false testimony Matthew gave. It was just his testimony. John and Andrew was one of the first. And remember, Jesus says, the first shall be the last. All right. What did Peter ask Jesus about John? Yeah, the first shall be the last. And that clears up why John got the last book in the New Testament. He was the first apostle, but he got the last book. And it also explains why he is waiting. He didn't die. So contradiction is not a contradiction about who is the first apostle. It's just you got to search the word of truth. John and Matthew are the only authoritative gospels of the first 4. The only authoritative gospels in the New Testament of what you call gospel. And there is no contradiction. It's just Matthew's testimony. Then if you read John, you see how it's not a contradiction, but people call it a contradiction. Like Jesus says, ask and ye shall receive. Like he says here. Where was it? There you go. His word is true, and his word will shine the light. You just got to trust his word. God bless.